2013 was a quite weird year for Nintendo. Besides the Wii U and the many different games, one prime reason of that was the Year of Luigi. The Year of Luigi celebrated Luigi's 30th-year anniversary in the original Mario Bros., and we got several games focused on Luigi during this time period. Let's take a look at the very weird games that released during this time period. Luigi. The first game to be released in the Year of Luigi was Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, or known as Luigi's Mansion 2 in Europe and other countries. This was the sequel to Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube. In this game, the Dark Moon was shattered by King Boo, and the pieces were spread across many different areas, and EGAD sends Luigi to go retrieve them with the Poltergust 5000. It has pretty similar gameplay to the original game, but one new feature is multiplayer. The multiplayer mode includes various levels that you compete with your friends to beat. This game was pretty good, and the only criticism is that many things were done to pad out game time, but not much more than that. The next game to release was New Super Luigi, which was an expansion to New Super Mario Bros. U that was later released physically. New Super Luigi U is more fantastic than anyone would expect. This time Mario is non-playable and released with Nabbit, who was a villain last time, and Luigi is the main character. He has his iconic higher jump and lower traction, that when you play New Super Mario Bros. U, the jumps feel like nothing. Now the levels are also only 100 seconds, which makes them much more difficult. Speaking of which, the levels were designed to be much more difficult, with less power-ups, no checkpoints, and tighter platforming. This game's creativity is also beyond the charts. The map is still basically the same, but it feels like the level designers went all out with ideas. Like there's a Huckett beach resort that you go jumping around with houses, or an entire rainbow that you cross while dodging multiple enemies. This game is extremely underrated. I recommend you try it. Now we have Super Mario 3D World, which isn't a Luigi game, but Nintendo certainly acknowledged the fact that this game was released during the Year of Luigi. Across the game's many levels, there are many 8-bit Luigis hidden, and some are easier to find than others. Some are just casually chilling in the background, but one of them requires you to burn a bush that is randomly hidden in the level without the fire flower. There's also one more thing in this game. Luigi Bros, which is a version of the original Mario Bros. Arcade game, but with Luigi. It's a nice little addition to the game if you're bored, and you can unlock it on the Wii U version if you have data from New Super Luigi U, or on the Switch version if you just beat the game. It's nice that Nintendo acknowledged Luigi even in a Mario-related game. The fourth game that released in the Year of Luigi is also the fourth entry in the Mario & Luigi series, Mario & Luigi Dream Team. This game focuses on Luigi in a nice and bizarre way. Mario, Luigi, and Peach are on a vacation at Pillow Island, but then their trip goes wrong and they head to the castle. But then a dream portal opens up to Luigi's dreams, where incredibly bizarre things happen. You can swap between worlds, and really creative moments come from the dream world, such as making a massive hammer out of Luigi's. This game has a pretty big world map, and it is in 3D now. The battle system is great, and this game gave Luigi a lot of development. The second to last game is Dr. Luigi, which was the sixth entry in the Dr. Mario series. Dr. Mario doesn't show up anymore, and now we have Dr. Luigi. The main new operation of this game is Operation L, which uses pills that are shaped in L's. It's a pretty basic concept, but it's slightly more challenging, and it's a bit more fun because we've been using standard pills for over 30 years. However, this game was basically a copy and paste of the last Dr. Mario game, and it was pretty expensive for the time. Our final game is Super Luigi Bros., which was part of a game called NES Remix 2. This was the original Super Mario Bros., except, well, you play as Luigi, but there's more to it. Luigi has his original iconic higher jump and lower traction, which actually wasn't introduced until the Lost Levels. This makes the game slightly harder in those tight platforming levels later on. The levels are also backwards this time around, which makes the game really weird to play. The only thing I want to talk about this game is that Mario was already with Princess Peach at the end of the game, so why did Luigi come to rescue her? This game still is a pretty good novelty, and a good way to close out the Year of Luigi. Anyway, those are all the wacky games released for the Year of Luigi. Nintendo certainly went all out for the Green Lad. Thank you guys for watching this small video, and I'll see you in the next one. Sorry for the delays.